Today we're going to review the 12 to 14 inch Mellif chainsaw. This 40 volt chainsaw is compatible with 20 volt DeWALT batteries. As you can see at the cottage property up north, we have lots of trees and I got lots of ATV trail to maintain. So Mellif decided to send me their new 12 14 inch chainsaw in order to do some honest test and review and see how it works in real life situation. Now you might say, well, if it works with the DeWALT battery, why would I not just get the DeWALT chainsaw? This chainsaw is just a fraction of the cost of the DeWALT chainsaw. So you're going to save lots of money. In this box, you're going to find two 20 volt Mellif batteries, fast charger, which is a 4 amp hour charger. In theory, you can charge those 4 amp hour in an hour each. Your instruction manual, a pair of gloves, your chain, a screwdriver, and some screws for the assembly, a spare chain, your bar, and your chainsaw with the guard. So let's start the assembly for this chainsaw. So what they mean by 12 to 14 inch chainsaw, it's because they give you a bar that is for 12 inch and they also give you a bar that is for 14 inch. So you get 2 bar included with this kit. They tell you all the measurement here. So it would be a chain for a 12 inch. It's a 3/8 LP, 50 inch, 45 links. Well, it's pretty much the same chain, except that for the 14 inch, it will be 52 links instead of 45. I already used the charger to charge both batteries, so we're ready for testing. As soon as we're done here assembling everything, I'm gonna put the 12 inch bar aside and we're going to install the 14 inch bar. To install the 14 inch bar, you need to remove this cap here. So the yellow cap is just your lock, and this black cap, you unscrew this, and then you're going to be able to just remove the whole cover. As you can see here, there's your guide for your adjustment and your lock. Here's your motor. That's your oiler right here. This is why there's a gasket around the ring. Now there's no oil included with this chainsaw, and most chainsaw you're going to buy out there will not include oil anyway. Now put oil into your chainsaw. The reservoir is up here. You're going to have a side glass on the side to see how much oil you have in there. We have lots of chainsaw oil here, so it won't be a problem. I'll be able to test it. Now your motor is a brushless motor. This chainsaw is actually a 36 to 42 volt, and it's because it uses 2 batteries at the bottom. Now we can just use the tools that are supplied with this chainsaw to mount everything that we need. So they give you a Phillips screwdriver and the screws. So you'll have the little plastic guard here. It just mounts onto those 2 yellow pin that slides into those 2 holes, just like so. And now we can put our screws into the other side. So this guard here is not going to, it's not activated, so it will not shut off your chainsaw like a gas chainsaw guard would do if you're pushing the guard out. But you don't need that because an electric chainsaw actually stops as soon as you stop pressing on the trigger. So now this is just screwing into plastic, so don't over tighten. Now if you're not familiar with chainsaw, you're going to see that there's a little gear at the end of your bar, and this is to grab the chain link, go in between those, and it helps to rotate and guide everything at the end of your chainsaw. The back of it is going to connect around your motor. So the easiest part is always go ahead, grab your chain, install it. Now there's a way to install the chain if you don't already know about this. Some chain will have some arrow on there, some other chain won't have arrow. This one in particular does not have any arrow, but the way that the chain works is usually you're going to have the blade pointing to cut out so that when they come back, they're pointing towards you, and then they're ripping the wood as it's touching the guard here, because you want to cut as close as you can to this guard. How you're going to tell which way that you're going to have to cut those blades here, you want the blade to be in an angle like this towards the top of your bar, facing away from you. Sometimes it's easier if you do that on a flat surface, but in order to show that to you a little bit easier, I'm doing it like this. If you have the chain already on there, then you can just hold the bottom, some pressure at the bottom, and hold it. So see what I mean there? So the blade here is pointing up, and this is the front of the chainsaw over there. This is how you want the top to be, and then the bottom of it pointing down towards the chainsaw. Now we're just going to fit it in here. You're gonna see that plastic groove right here. That's actually going to go into a groove at the back. So after this is installed and put around our gear, and the plastic is actually into the slot here, then we can mount this. So you're going to turn your adjustment. You'll see that this cam here is rotating, and this is what's gonna push against the metal of your bar here. This is screwing into your bar, so it'll push your whole bar forward and adjust your tension. What you want to do is that screw here is going to go in the middle of your metal piece here, and that plastic pin is going at the bottom right here. There's a hole for it, so line it up with the hole first, and then after that line up for your screw. You're gonna turn the black knob to screw it on. Now after you see that your plastic piece is pretty much dead on how it's supposed to be. Now the thing how you want to install your chain is you don't want the little gears to pop out of your bar, so you want to adjust it so that you can see them, but you're not going to be able to completely taking them out of there. So keep adjusting them until you pretty much don't see the end of the teeth. There you go. Now this is adjusted properly. You still want the chain to be loose a little bit so there's no binding in here. And then after it's adjusted properly, then you're just going to turn the black knob here and then just lock everything so that the adjustment cannot change. Now, all we need is just a little bit of oil in the chainsaw, and we can go test it. The Mellif batteries are a great addition for this kit because you already get 2 4-amp-hour battery. Now, they're a tiny little bit bigger than the DeWALT battery, and for a tool like this, it won't matter. When I tested the water pump the other day, the pole pump, you'll see that the Mellif battery isn't really tight to get in there. It fits, but it's really tight. While if you put a DeWALT battery, it's gonna have a little bit of play, so it's gonna be easier to put in and remove. Now I'm going to tell you one little thing that I don't like about this chainsaw, and it's when you go to put oil into your chainsaw, well, there's not too much room here in between your reservoir and the guard, I mean. So to put your oil in, I don't know, I made a big mess. So I would have liked to have a little bit of extra room right here if that guard didn't come that close to here, or if it would have been forward a little bit, that would have been easier. Now we're just gonna rotate our chain a little bit in order to oil the whole thing. It sounds very good. That's a power. Mellif batteries, when I tested with snow shovel, electric snow shovel or battery power snow shovel from Mellif, the DeWALT battery and the Mellif battery seems very similar for power wise. So one thing that's not included, and before you're going to start cutting anything, make sure that you put some safety glasses on to make sure you don't get any debris in your eyes. Now before we get going and start testing it on a tree, let's try it on a piece of pressure treated, what is that, 2 or 3x6. And I'm just going to put this here. Now make sure that you keep an eye on your chain, because a new chain will get loose pretty fast as it's settling and stretching to length at the beginning for the first few cuts. So every time you do a cut, just check and readjust your chain if you need to. And don't put too much pressure on your chainsaw. Let it do the work for you. My chainsaw adjusted good. Let's go and try a tree. While we're making it to our location, one thing that I have to tell you too is it doesn't matter which brand of chainsaw you're using. Most chainsaw will end up leaking oil if you're just leaving the reservoir full, and it's because the oiler is a little bit lower at the top of the reservoir, so it's going to keep leaking a little bit, and this is normal, and this have nothing to do with about which brand of chainsaw you're having. It's just the way it is. So expect a little mess. Put the garbage bag underneath or something underneath so it doesn't leak all over your garage, or just empty the reservoir when you're done. Now this chainsaw doesn't matter if you're using the 12-inch bar or 14-inch bar. They're rated for cutting tree trunk up to 12-inch. So, but a little bit smaller than the bar is the best, because usually you don't want to cut with the tip of your chainsaw unless you're gonna do some cool carving. So if you're planning to make a bear or a moose or something like that, then yeah, cut with the end. Other than that, try to cut as close to the guard as possible. So here we have about I would say 10-inch tree trunk. We're gonna do some cuts on there and see how fast we can go through. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm really impressed. This chainsaw sounds good. It cut really quickly. Let's see about their blade. Our blade is still an adjustment. Their chain is good. So let's do a couple more cuts on here and see how we go. This tree trunk, just so you guys know about it, those trunk has been sitting here for probably 2 to 3 years. So the wood is nice and dry. Now, if this is your first chainsaw and you're not familiar about cutting with chainsaw, you're not going to put down pressure like this. So, you know, you're seeing me going like this with it. And what I'm doing is I'm actually using the little teeth into this face here to go against the wood. And then you can hold it and just pivot with this hand. And then you just move it down like this. And then you're moving those teeth down again, go up, and then move down like this. if you're looking for an affordable chainsaw and you want something that have enough power to cut up to like 10 or 12 inch tree, you're just doing a little bit of property maintenance, this Mellif chainsaw might be the one for you. Now, if you have tons of DeWALT battery, then you can go for hours and it's going to be good. You don't have to wait for charging. This kit here came with the 2 batteries, so you're good to go right away. Even if you don't own a DeWALT battery, you can still have this chainsaw on hand, and it can help you trim or prune trees around the yard or your property. The other big advantage that you have, it's if you want to bring that with you, oil, batteries, into a backpack when you're going for an ATV ride, like that, you're not stuck if a tree is blocking the pathway. You can trim it right there and you're on your way. This is a very good alternative for you. Now, like I said earlier, any chainsaw will end up leaking oil a little bit, so don't do like I did 2 seconds earlier before I started this clip and put it on my leg, because I got covered. I like that it gives you the option of having the 12-inch or the 14-inch bar on the chainsaw, and it comes with both of them. Like that, if you end up bending the bar or something, you have the other chain and the other bar that you can put on your chainsaw and keep going right away. You can buy Mellif batteries online if you need more Mellif batteries and you don't want to pay the big brand name cost. Those all have the same protection and feature as your brand name battery, so they're supposed to be as safe as the brand name. This is a brushless motor, so it keeps the battery charged fairly good. It doesn't use that much power. Like you guys seen, we cut a few pieces of wood. We're still fully charged here. It didn't even go down at all. Not even 1 bar on there. To be totally transparent with you, I did a short and a video with this chainsaw here, back to back. I didn't give it a break to cool down in between, and it was starting to do the overheat shutdown protection after I was done doing all those cuts. So I had about, I would say, 8 cuts and a 10-inch piece, and non-stop, and this is when it started to overheat, but it just needed to cool down for maybe a minute and I was good to go again. The one more thing that I wish that this chainsaw had here is actually a plastic cover to protect the chain. I'm going to do another video later on, maybe seeing how many cuts we can do until the batteries are completely drained out. That'd be a cool video. But until then, you can go on mellif.com, use Toolspecs as a discount code,